What are the step-by-step treatment protocol for the body? Very interesting subject. A couple of benefits. More rejuvenated skin look. The golden rule. Let's see what you need. You can start the treatment. The microcurrent have the certain steps. Hello everyone. Today is a very exciting, very interesting subject. Microcurrent treatment, but not the facial protocol. I would be performing and explaining you what are the benefits, what are the step-by-step treatment protocol for the body. So microcurrent is the low frequency pulse mode to stimulate skin tone, muscle tone, improve ATP production of your mitochondria in your skin cells, and overall rejuvenate the skin. But now very interesting subject is how to implement the microcurrent, current-based technology to improve skin tone on the body. There are a couple of benefits that we will have as the result of this treatment. Benefit number one, it is improved lymphatic drainage, which is great to remove edema, to remove stasis of extra fluid from the interstitial space on the lower limbs, as well as boosted and very accelerated blood flow. The more arterial blood, as we all know, the more oxygen is coming to the tissues, the less signs of cellulite, prevention of cellulite formation, and overall health of the skin, and more rejuvenated skin look. Okay, let's do it. I'll go step by step and show you what you would need to perform this treatment. So to perform your microcurrent body treatment protocol, you would need a couple of items, and I will be gladly listing those to you. Let's see what you need. So you would need your microcurrent device. I'm using the Zemits Adrenox, the second edition. You would need the gloves for the microcurrent device. You would need the proper cables, the connectors for the gloves. I'm already wearing the protective under gloves that will kind of block the current from the gloves to my skin, so all the current is going to my client. As well, I would need a bowl, the brush, or maybe the wooden spatula to distribute the gel over the treated area of the skin. Of course, the gel to conduct the current, and I have a bowl with water right here. This is a regular water, just to make sure that my gloves are completely soaking wet before I introduce my treatment. Water is the most natural conductor, so the more moist are inside of the gloves, the better is the conductivity. For better gliding and for better benefits of the skin, I also will use the gel. Okay, let's do it. So I have my under gloves. After that, I would need to put on the regular microcurrent gloves. As you guys know, the microcurrent gloves, they have a metal thread inside. So metal, in this case, is the conductor of electrical current. If it's gonna be just the tissue, just fabric, there won't be the conductivity. That is why there is a metal thread. And that is exactly why you need to wear your undergloves to protect your own skin from the current being conducted through your body, because we want all the current to address to your clients, so your clients can have all the benefits. Okay, make sure you are wearing them comfortably for yourself. They are usually the same size, but if needed, if you have smaller or bigger hands, you can always request and order like an extra bigger or smaller size like this. As soon as this is done, now we have the cables. They go on top with the click and click. Now they are dry, but before I will start the treatment, I will make them wet. Why I actually start with the dry one? Because it's easier just to put on. So I usually, that's my preference, I put them on while they are dry, and then I make them wet in the bowl before I start the treatment. You can make them wet before and then put them on. It's on your own choice. Okay. The next step, I need to make sure that the connector is on, making sure that all the cables are connected. Let's see. Mine is already there. The device is connected to the power cord. Beautiful. So I would need to turn it on. It's on. As soon as your device is on, make sure the settings are adjusted based on the skin type. The golden rule of all the aesthetic practices is to start low. So you would need to adjust the intensity of the microcurrent pulse based on the sensitivity of your clients, based on how much the skin is hydrated. The more hydration inside of the client's skin, the more conductivity. Pretty much the younger the client, usually the more conductivity they have, so you would start lower. The more dehydrated the skin, and in majority of times it is relevant to the mature skin, you would need to use a bit higher intensity for the current to go through the skin, due to the fact that skin has less water on it, it's dehydrated. So as soon as it's on, you would need to select how much of intensity you want to use. If you have the range from 1 to 20, start with 1 and then gradually add more and more and more, step by step. Then you would need to make sure that exactly this attachment is selected on your device, because specifically Adrenox 2.0 have two modes, either the metal probes and wands of microcurrent or the gloves. Make sure that gloves are selected, then you would choose the mode. There are only two modes for general treatments and for sensitive skin. Determine it based on your client's skin type, based on your client's overall experience. As soon as all set, make sure that the time is enough so it's not paused in the middle of the treatment, and then hit start and the treatment is on. Okay, it's time to make sure our gloves are wet. So I'm using the bowl just to represent you how you can do it. I would actually, during my treatment, I would keep the ball away from the device just for the safety reasons, but for you, I just want to show how much water I want to have on my gloves, so they should be completely soaking wet. On top of that, I can apply gel right on the gloves, making sure I can glide on the skin. So this is exactly what I can do. The gloves are wet and I have a layer of the gel of them, and now I can start the treatment. I'm starting with the minimum intensity on the skin just to let my client know how does it feel. So body is less sensitive, of course, than skin, so you would have a bit less activity on there. So I will be able to gradually increase the intensity higher, so she has the benefit of the microcurrent. So the microcurrent have the certain steps of the treatment. The first step would be the lymphatic drainage step, and it's performed following lymph flow from the bottom of the feet up towards the torso. First, I would recommend you guys to massage a little bit and wake up the lymphatic nodes behind the knee, just to make sure that the lymph gates are open and ready to accept more lymphatic flow through it. So I will just massage it a little bit in this case. Like vacuum, for example, when you're doing the vacuum cupping, you would first do a couple of pumps on the behind the knee area. So I would start a little bit through this, and then I will go ahead and do it as the normal step-by-step treatment. So lymphatic drainage will be the most superficial and the most light step of this treatment. You would pretty much just glide either towards another glove, or you can glide together following one glove after another. So a couple of techniques, first one, then other one, or keep one on one spot and move just another, or move both at the same direction. The beauty of the microcurrent glove treatment is that your hands are the electrodes, so you can modify it, how you hold the skin, how you glide it, what is the surface, how much you cover the skin, etc. That's one of my most favorite treatments. So you start with the calf area, and then you can move further to the hip area, up to the buttocks. So again, either one goes and then another follows, or you can move two of them together, or you can come, follow, or keep one here and this one will follow. Lymphatic flow directions. I am applying just a little bit of pressure, not too deep for now, just to wake up the skin, making sure I am stimulating and accelerating lymphatic drainage first. As soon as the first lymphatic drainage step is over, I can move on to more deep tissues. So I would need to reapply the gel, which I'm doing constantly throughout the treatment. That's why I need to have my gel bottle next to the treatment, so I have more pumps of the gel, making sure the gloves are really wet and saturated with the gel. Now we are doing deeper pressure. So I now want to address hypodermal layer, not just superficial skin lymphatic drainage. I want to work now with the muscles and hypodermal layer to boost again the ATP production of the cells mitochondria, to bring rejuvenated results on the skin, and also to tone the capillaries, the arterial walls, as well as muscles directly. Let's do it. So I'm still following lymphatic flow direction. If you can see, I always go from the bottom to the top, but now I apply more pinchy motions on one side, making sure the current goes deep into the skin. And the magic of microcurrent gloves is that I can combine the manual squeezing technique of my fingers together with the power of electrical current. So I'm kind of performing the synergy effects, mechanical motion together with the electrical current deep tissue stimulation. Find the place that it's going to be comfortable for you to stay, so you're not getting tired too quick. So either moving from this direction, or you can go from this direction. Again, any deep tissues, any deep massage motions to tighten and tone the muscles. Moving higher to the hip area, if you can see, I reapply the gel, so the gloves are really wet and saturated with the gel. Now we are working on the most common cellulite area on the client, so they will be super thankful to you. So I am applying the similar technique in here, so I can do the squeezing massage motion on the area that requires deeper treatment. Follow again from the top to the bottom. Remember that one of each glove is the electrode, so they always need to contact the skin. I cannot use just with one hand. The current will not be grounded, so I always need to use both of my hands. If they touch, nothing terrific is gonna happen, everything's fine. Just make sure that you are in this stage, that you are holding your hands not far from each other. I do want the current go through the skin easily on the area when I am applying it. That's why I hold my hands pretty close. The closer the electrodes are to each other, the more intense is the current flow. The more further, the less current will flow. I do want to focus on this area, and I do want to stimulate blood, lymphatic drainage, ATP production, etc. So I keep them close. I apply the pressure as well, as you can see, because I do want to go to the deeper layers of the skin, not just superficial, but also deep formation of cellulite areas. Now you can see the contraction of the muscle, which is a great sign of exactly how the microcurrent works. You can time from time see how the muscle contract. This is beautiful signs that the current is go deep enough and is able to stimulate the muscle to be contracted. I also want to share with you one tip of how to get deep into the skin. I would use my knuckles with the gloves, so I just reapply more gel on this area, making sure that I have plenty of gel, and I will use the more sliding motion using my knuckles to go deep into the skin, like a Madeira therapy made with your hands and microcurrent stimulation. Okay, let's try it. The gel is right on the skin, and now I'm using more deep tissue technique, compressing it and pressing. Now I see the muscle contraction. Beautiful, you see it right now. So this is the magic of how microcurrent works simultaneously with the deep tissue proper massage technique. This is gorgeous skin reaction of how it should work. The muscle contracts, the ATP is being accelerated, the blood improves, plus I'm performing the deep compression on this area, boosting lymphatic and blood circulation. To make sure that if you do want to have address to the muscle, you want to place the gloves on the area of the same muscle. You see right here, for example. So it doesn't give you any uncomfortable sensation, because this is not a sharp current. This is a very light microcurrent. But due to the fact that I already boosted the lymphatic drainage and I don't have too much of edema, the muscles are easier to be addressed. And I'm not even using the maximum of my intensity right now. I am on 27. So, few options. If you want to go deep, the contraction will be more intense. If your clients feel it comfortable, beautiful, let's do it. So either knuckles or your fingers. But you see, I do apply a lot of pressure, so I do want to work with the deep tissues. Same logic would be applicable to the arms. So I have the wet gloves, I have the under gloves, I have the gel on my gloves. And now I would start from here, moving, and you already can see how the muscles are contracting. The muscle contraction is a great sign that the current goes through. My intensity right now is 15 out of 30. The contractions are not uncomfortable. They are just uncontrollable. So the clients usually just cannot control the contraction of the muscle, and that feels a bit funny while doing this. So right now I'm working on the triceps. Again, this is simple first stage of lymphatic drainage. So I'm starting from the bottom and moving up. If you see that the client will feel uncomfortable, you can reduce the intensity a little. One goes, another follows. So you can hold it this way, and then either one goes on top and then another glove follows the first one. Same logic, one go, another follows. This is lymphatic drainage again. Then one go, another follows. And then as soon as the first stage is done, you will move to more deep muscle stimulation. The next step would be turning your client face up, and what I'm doing right now, this is again one of the tricks to make them feel comfortable during the treatment. I'm using the OcuRelax. This is the eye compression massage, just for extra experience and happiness at the end of the treatment. So I'm just perform the treatment on the back of the arm, on the triceps. Now I'm moving to the front of the arm and I reapply the gel, the key to success of the microcurrent treatment. The button start is on. I have 15 energy out of 30. It's pretty intense for the arm. On legs, I did use higher because of the depth of the tissues. Right here, I need to use lower and it still will be pretty intense. If you feel that your client feel uncomfortable, make sure you lower down the intensity. Always keep in mind to have the conversation and feedback from your clients so they feel maximum comfortable during the treatment. Everything needs to be on the maximum nice and comfortable level. Okay, you can see also and observe the contraction of the fingers, which is completely great sign because these muscles are contracting the fingers. This one as well participate in the finger bending, so it's okay, and she feels comfortable, right? Yeah. Awesome. Okay, so the couple of motions would be more superficial to boost lymphatic drainage. And again, as we all know, on the underarms we have the most and very important lymphatic connections with lymphatic nodes. So I do want to flush lymph towards this direction. And as soon as I'm done with the first lymphatic drainage step, I can go a little bit deeper. I would reduce the energy a little to 13 out of 15, making sure it is still comfortable and pleasant treatment for my client. So you can do more massage stimulation like this, or you can do more pinch motions, like similar to the more basic massage techniques. I'm doing pretty gentle massage motions right here, so I'm not squeezing too much, as this is much more sensitive area on the internal side of the arm. Couple of repeats and couple of the same directions. It will take me maximum 5 minutes on one arm. It won't take a lot. You can focus also more on biceps area to make sure that you are toning the muscles and the skin over it. Now I want to show you how to perform the microcurrent body treatment on the abdomen area, how to sculpt the waistline, and also how to improve blood lymphatic circulation on this area of the body. Okay, same logic, lots of gel, wet gloves, and on the abdomen area we always move from the periphery inside down, follow lymphatic flow direction, right? So I will start from the side and move inside down. So first a couple of strokes just to stimulate lymphatic drainage. On the abdomen area you always follow lymphatic, so I have 15 out of 30. A couple of strokes just to boost lymphatic drainage. Of course you can ask your clients to wear disposable one-time use undergarments, just to make sure that if you are getting it wet it's fine, or you can use the towel to cover the underwear to make sure that all the gel goes on the towel. So a couple of strokes in this direction, then you can do it on the middle side of the abdomen. Again, either following each other, or one goes first and holds here and then this one follows it. Just the superficial pressure. I'm not pressing too much right now, so I just want to layer by layer prepare the skin for further more active pressure. Okay, as soon as the first step is done, I would reapply the gel, making sure I have enough, and then I will apply more deep motions. Okay, I just apply the gel and increase the intensity up to 20. So you'll feel a little bit of contraction. Tell me if you feel uncomfortable, okay? So in this case, I can already massage the soft tissues on the side. Remember that each of the gloves are your electrodes, so they should be close to each other. Or you can do more deep stimulation using the same directions, but just applying a little bit more pressure. So now you're reaching deeper muscle and hypodermal layer of the skin. I love to do this type of motions because they feel good, and also I'm able to kind of combine mechanical stimulation together with the current stimulation. Make sure that you cover all the areas of the abdomen, including the central part and the sides. The standard directions on the abdomen would be to follow from the right to the left, down and up, based on the intestinal directions. So I usually start from the right side, and then I'll go to the middle, to the left side, and then to the middle. This treatment can take you anywhere from 7 to 15 minutes based on the needs, based on the intensity. There is another technique I want to show you, thus it will be less current going through. So the closer, as we remember, the gloves are, the more intensity is being conducted through. If you do want to do this type of motions, it's completely fine. Please remember though that the intensity of the current follow will be less. So if you do want to use the power of the current, you do want to contract the muscles, you want to keep them close. I hope you like this, guys. If you have any questions, please comment below. Let us know what other treatment protocol would you like us to share with you. We'll see you in the next video.